Hey everybody, and welcome back to Pewter Power. I'm Mike Deem here with Football Joe Bell, and we are ready to get into this Minnesota game. Tampa Bay Buccaneers 24-20, 17-point comeback, Joe. Amazing. I mean, we were texting back and forth at the game. Well, not at the game, but at home on my couch. And I tell you what, at the end of the first half, we were both going.
I can tell you, I aggravated my wife. She was trying to have a nice day off of work.
That's not too hard.
I know. She's trying to have a nice day off of work, and Bob's pretty quiet in the first half. A little bit here and there screaming about him being bad, but by the second half, I was yelling, screaming, hooting, hollering, jumping up and down, and that didn't do very well in my house. But, you know, how can a team play that bad for 6 quarters and then go like that?
I don't know. I mean,
you don't know. How in the heck can that happen?
It looked like a tale of two halves, basically, is what it was. But what Raheem was saying, that he went in there, and we were asking, a lot of the press was asking, what did you say? And he said, nothing. He said, I basically told him to do their job.
I can guarantee you he said more than do your job.
I know that.
And I can guarantee he isn't going to tell you what he said, but I can guarantee it wasn't just do your job. Okay, guys, here, let me hold your hand. Just do your job. Yeah, okay, really. Yeah, whatever. Okay.
Well, he did say that. You know, he just asked him to have the
I've heard
expectations
him talk to the players before, and it is not just do your job.
But he did say that you know, they're trying to get back to it, what they did before last year, leading at the end of the season, and want to make sure that they're getting back. And he used this word now called youngry. Do you see that? He was wearing a hat.
Youngry.
Youngry. Young and hungry.
You'll find that on our website.
I think so.
That word exactly. After you go on the website at www.pewterpower.net and read the blogs, you'll see a lot of information about that.
He's got some good blogs,
Good blogs on there.
Very nice blogs.
But listen.
Let's go through it.
All right, first half.
Okay.
17-0.
62 total yards.
62 total yards. LeGarrette Blount has 5 rushes, 5 yards. 5 rushes, 5 yards. And I kind of kept last week's keys to the game.
Yeah, did you?
Stop Adrian Peterson.
What?
Okay, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
110 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns, which is great for my fantasy football team because he's on my team, but not great for Tampa Bay.
Well, that was their key.
That was no, didn't do that.
Their key was ADAP.
Yeah, okay.
All day, Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, okay. Give LeGarrette Blount the ball. 5 times in the first half wasn't enough.
Didn't happen.
5 times, 5 yards. Didn't do it. Control the clock. Didn't do that either. Yeah. Actually, for the whole game, they still ended up with only 20. I think they were at 26 minutes, and the other and
31
was at 36.
Yeah, 36.
33 minutes. So you know, they didn't really do any of those things, but they made big plays. They made big plays when they came back out.
Right.
You know, they finished that first half 17-0. I'm pretty positive this game's over.
Yeah, I was actually kind
thinking,
of
okay, maybe they can come out, score. You know, Minnesota's going to get the ball first in the second half. They're going to score again at least 3 points because they're moving the ball at will.
And Donovan McNabb looked like he was a different player from the week before with 39 yards, but in the first half.
Again.
But then.
Again, Tampa has a tendency to make quarterbacks look better than they are. They do, because they let teams move between the 20s. Remember, we always have had this discussion over the years that Tampa Bay likes to allow them to rove in between the 20s, bend, don't break. When you get inside the 20s, stop them. And actually, by the second half, they did that.
Yeah.
You know, they came out, they got the ball. LeGarrette Blount scores on a long run. I think it was 27 yards, which is
beautiful run.
I think I have some pictures of a leaping,
I think that was one of the plays
leaping run over the defender, and that was one of the 13-yard runs that got them a first down and actually started the whole process.
There you go.
There you go. The whole process of them moving the football regularly.
Yep.
He ended up with 71 yards after 5 yards in the first half, 71 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
27 yards and 4 yards. And then we had Preston Parker. We have a picture of Preston Parker too. Preston Parker, who was a nobody coming into this game other than a backup punt returner and kick returner.
But he took over for Sammy Strotter.
And he came from Florida State.
Yep.
Great young kid. He's in his second year. Yep. 98 yards, 6 catches, 3 kick returns with a 23.3 yard average and 2 punt returns with 13.5 yard average. Came out of nowhere.
My thing is that they weren't, you know, spectacular catches. They were needed catches. They were important catches at right times.
He's not a circus catch guy, but he caught the ball. You know, and when you've got Aurelius Ben and Mike Williams not getting open, and I will tell you that whole game, neither one of them were ever open.
Right.
They were press covered the whole game, and Minnesota, not having great defensive backs, covered them like a blanket. They really did.
Let's get to the real reason why they came back, though. Josh Freeman.
Josh Freeman, absolutely.
Ice water in his veins.
Yeah, he ended up 22 of 31, 243 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception.
Yeah.
he never throws that ball in any other game, that interception.
Yeah.
It was just poorly thrown. He knew it the second he threw it.
But that's what gets me is that it didn't affect him. It doesn't, doesn't give a bump in the road. He doesn't go out there and throw his helmet down. He just says, you know what, going to happen. And that's coming from his background as a player and as his family. His dad was a coach. He knows
how about the onside kick? I would have never in a million years bet that they would kick an onside kick when they're down. What was it, 20-7 at that point? Yeah. And they went an onside kick and got it, which surprised me again. Again, Keenan, still one of the best players on the team for a kicker at $19 million. He's worth every penny.
I was going to bring your tweet in that you tweeted after that, but I don't think we can bring it on the air.
I don't think you can show that on the air. Yeah, it was not very nice, but it went out across the world after I did it. I went, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that exactly that way. But I couldn't believe they did it.
I know.
You know, but that was a point where Raheem Morris said, we are going to take a stand.
Right.
We're either going to do this or we're going to crash and burn.
There you go.
So he made them make plays.
And that told his players that I'm willing to take risks. You need to take risks too. You need to go all out. So
we only had a couple bad players in the game, really. I thought Quincy Black had a horrible game. He did not tackle well at all. Well, and he got hurt in the third quarter, and they took him out. Cody Grimm, my good. I mean, how many times can you hold Adrian Peterson's foot and let him drag you 10 yards? I couldn't. I mean, he drug him.
He's
probably 10 times.
He's $170 soaking wet. What are you talking about?
John Lynch and he are about the same size. Enough said.
Enough said. All right.
Mike Williams couldn't get open. I could get open better than he could have got open in that game. He had one touchdown that he caught that was a circus catch.
Yeah.
But of course there was a legal shift and brought that ball back. So they were very lucky that Aurelius Ben touchdown right after that for 25 yards turned out to make a difference in the game.
It did.
So they win, 24-20.
Let's give some props to some people. Mason Foster, 10 tackles, 1 sack.
Big time. Sean Jones, huge game, free safety.
Jeremy Sutoff played well for Ted Larson.
Thank God.
Thank God. All right, we're going to come back, and we're going to talk about the upcoming game with the Atlanta Falcons. Home game, by the way, blacked out, but unfortunately.
Huge game. 4 o'clock game, nationally televised game. Yep. The 1-1 Atlanta Falcons versus the 1-1 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's going to be a big deal this
And a division game, and we'll talk about the division after this because Joe has the lineup of division titles.
Absolutely. Don't go away. Come right back. Atlanta Falcons in your room.